Hi there, and thanks for finding us here on YouTube and flowrightplumbing.com. We are about to show you how to retrofit or change over a common 1.6 gallon per flush tank type toilet to a dual flush conversion kit. This is one that Flow-Right Plumbing sells and is readily available to most homeowners or consumers, giving you adjustable flushes from full to down to 0.8 gallons per flush. Save you a little bit of water. So we're going to show you how to do that here briefly and follow along. This is at a commercial application at a Potbelly Sandwich Works in Dayton, Ohio. Thanks for watching.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and replace the guts on this Fluid Master fill valve. This particular one says American Standard on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Not all that important. We have turned the water off as well. Turn it to the right. Lift it out of there. We can see that there's a bunch of buildup and white, just crud. Some of this could probably be removed and reused, but we're going to go ahead and replace it with a new replacement diaphragm. Carefully put it back in the hole. Actually, I had that backwards a little bit. It's a very common part. Put it back in the same way. Turn it till it clicks. We've got a new rubber washer in here, so next thing we're going to do is turn the water on. That did the trick. That stops it. Stops the water. Before it was running, just kept running. So when we lift up and do what the float should be doing, it stops the water. So far we're good to go. We are going to retrofit this toilet with a water saver flush valve, and that's going to go right over this old tube and up against this new part of this is the existing flush valve, but this new one you'll see that we're going to put in by aHydr. Flow-Right Plumbing installs this valve. It's something different. Save up to 15,000 gallons per year. And it gives you options of dual flush, which you'll see here shortly. But this thing is so easy to install that the homeowner could probably do it themselves. We're going to let you guys see how it's done. Basically have the actuator trigger. I'm going to go ahead and install that in place of the old handle. And then we take our retrofit. It's a nice new rubber sleeve. Take loose our fill hose. And this comes from the factory loose, but we're going to slide this over the top. Make sure that we're seated well. tube back on there. We also want to put our protective cap back on there. Doesn't really stop it from functioning, but it just snaps on there. Turn the water back on for now. Kind of feel around here in the bottom, make sure we're sitting on the old, this actually moved, the valve, new valve is inside this contraption here, which has two forms of flushing on it. One of them is for low water consumption of 0.8. It's variable, or you can get the full flush. So, there is a zip tie down here that you tighten up so that it doesn't move on us. Now, let's give it a whirl here. This valve comes factory preset, so I mean, you saw how simple it went on. Of course, I already took apart the old handle and took the old flapper valve off, but that's relatively simple as well. And there's directions as always. I may or may not have to pull these out occasionally, I'll admit it, but usually after you've done a few of them, you get the hang of it. Here's what the button looks like. Big part that you push is the full flush, and then this part here, which we're going to show you next, is the half flush. And there's no chains, nothing to get caught up. This is all a sealed cable, which, you know, is movable. It still works. You can disconnect it easy and reconnect it again. So we're going to go ahead and push in on the lower flush and show you what it looks like. That still makes everything liquids go away, but it doesn't consume as much water on the actual flush in the tank. So it's going to use less water out of this tank per flush if you use this smaller button. We're going to let that fill back up again. There are adjustments that can be made on this valve. Like I said, it went on pretty easy. There's a zip tie in back here. I'm going to go and do the full flush, and that's the larger button here. You see the difference in the flush. A lot quicker because we used more water. So that's how somebody would save. Now, that's up to the person using the toilet, that is, to decide whether or not they want a little flush or a big flush. So that's how that works. But that's pretty much it. We have corrected the problem, which was a constantly running toilet, bad flush valve, and a fouled up fill valve here that we changed the rubber parts out in, and it's working now. So until next time.
Thanks for watching us here on flowrightplumbing.com and YouTube. We're glad that you stopped by, watched the video on how to install a dual flush retro kit. And until next time, remember, why be wrong when you can flow right?